How beautiful does the warm evening sunlight look when it penetrates through the branches of the palash trees. Have you ever been to this land of mysterious surprises when the nature is at its most verdant state? Have you ever realized that we live in the world so beautiful, full of charm and adventure? Friends, if you wish to discover this land of mystery and surprises, get ready to travel with me to our very own Purulia, the westernmost district of West Bengal. The distance between Kolkata and Purulia is roughly 290 kilometers, and it may take you something around 7 hours to reach by car. We had left home at 7 am and were wondering at what time we would be able to reach at our pace. We prefer the toll roads. That's why we took the National Highway 12, which has always been our most preferred road. Especially the stretch over Dakshineshwar Kali Temple or Vivekananda Bridge that runs majestically over the Hooghly River. The road seemed to be quite clear and free of busy traffic. Unless we got stuck in some major congestion somewhere around Palshit Toll Plaza before Shaktigarh, and this was a very long jam. Just look how long it was. We could be stuck in this for hours. Luckily, we found an opportunity to slide into the parallel lane. Now look at this! So many trucks in an unending line. never seen such a massive jam in my life, and we came to know that this was frequently happening due to some construction work going on in the highway. Just imagine how frustrating it is to be stuck in this for hours. We could manage to reach the toll plaza, but from there we were directed to take the service lane to the village road. The kind villager on the bicycle showed us the way. Sides of the road was full of lovely village scenery, but at a little distance we could see cars getting stuck once again. This concerned us because now the road was also narrow. But what could be the reason here? Well, there were some villagers blocking the cars at regular intervals, asking for chada or contribution for some celebration. And this was surely quite annoying, adding to the delay. Peace returned by finding the clear highway again after Bardhaman. But by this time, the tar and the asphalt of the road were really heating up due to the sun, which was directly overhead. At around 2 p.m., we reached Raniganj and took a left turn from there towards Purulia. By now, the heat of the bare and treeless highway had exhausted us quite a bit, and getting to see some trees again was filling us with joy. The temperature also had dropped. Color seems to be returning. The road was becoming more serene, and the sight of the date palms all around was stealing my heart. To look like a lovely painting now, as if we were entering the wonderland. The light greens, deep greens, oranges and browns were forming a lovely texture together. I also loved the shape of the trees, all of them going up into the sky, not spreading very wide, but kind of stretching towards the sun. Some trees with bare stems, while some with abundant green foliage. the Baranti village resort, where we had decided to check in. The staff here were very friendly and helpful, and the ambience was outstanding.
It literally feels like a whole new planet.
But soon was interrupted by the storm. Storm subsided, we decided to visit the Muradi Dam, which was quite close to the resort. This was a 2-kilometer long irrigation project dam located between two small hillocks, Muradi Hill and Baranti Hill. The area again seemed to be surrounded by some lovely date farms. Our day had ended with a visit to the Muradi Dam, and the next morning had begun early. At Baranti Village Resort, the mornings are very calm and fresh. You can also see ducks resting and loafing about in wide open spaces and warming themselves in the sun. So while the ducks were loafing around, we were arranging to check out.
Right now we are checking out from Baranti Village Resort and we will be heading towards Ajodhya Pahar.
We felt that if Baranti was so much beyond expectations, Ajodhya surely had more surprises. We couldn't wait to see what more was in store for us. We were back on the road with lovely shades of greens interspersed with thorny bushes. Purulia is a drier area as compared to the other parts of Bengal, and this was quite evident from the trees that had shed their leaves to prevent water loss. Some rural settlements led us to the stretches of naturally growing date palms that looked awesome. Do you know, date palm is most likely the world's oldest cultivated tree, cultivated as early as 4000 BC. However, the exact origin of this tree is considered to be lost. As a matter of fact, you would also be surprised to know that Purulia itself is recorded to be the oldest place in West Bengal that existed even in the 5th century AD as a significant part of the territory of the Mahajanapadas. Purulia was known to be a part of the Vajrabhumi, which also included the state of Jharkhand. With passage of time, Vajrabhumi passed through several hands and slowly got divided into fragmented sections ruled by several kings. Later, when the Muslims came, these broken fragments of Vajrabhumi became united with Bengal. The entire region remained under Muslim control until 1757, which marked an important landmark in the history of India and resulted in the end of Nawab rule in Bengal. As the British rule began, they formed a new district called Jungle Mahals, referring to the areas that were covered with very dense forests, and Purulia fell in that district. As a matter of fact, Purulia is still colloquially referred to as Jungle Mahal because it used to be covered with forests that no human could penetrate. However, with time, the human settlements increased and the present-day Purulia city is quite congested and crowded. We were stuck out there for quite some time. But as soon as the main city was crossed, the highway seemed to be very clear and also bare. On one hand, the free-flowing highway seemed exciting, while on the other hand, the heat of the bare, treeless asphalt road had started to become unbearable in the afternoon. It was so hot that the car AC was taking forever to cool the compartment. As we slided into the subsidiary road connecting Ajodhya Pahar, the very sight of the trees by the sides gave us a sense of relief. After some time, we started getting the glimpse of the hills too, and this surely looked very exciting. As we advanced, we went through some dense sal plantations. The lines of straight trunks of the sal trees are so beautiful to see. And beyond the trees was a slight glimpse of a rugged hillock, which further enhanced the beauty. As we advanced further, the trees on the sides changed, and we could again see the traces of date palms and thorny bushes. The sky in front looked clear and blue, beautifully enhanced by cotton clouds. This stretch specifically was one of my favorites. Just look at this beauty. As we reached the foot of the hills, we wondered for a while where to go next. We were unable to locate a promising road going up. An ice cream vendor around the area helped us and assured that the road uphill, even though a bit hidden from the plain sight, was quite well maintained. And so we went ahead. And surely this probably was a very good decision. A few steep twists and turns, and then you're good to go. They say that around here you're likely to find many beautiful streams and dams. And you can already see how beautiful the reservoir looks from the top. We are now heading towards the lower and upper dams. So, the lower dam just passed by and we didn't stop there, as we decided to check out the upper dam first. As we advanced towards the upper dam at the top of the hill, we realized that the top was not pointed but flat. So this was a plateau. Later, as I researched, I came to know that Ajodhya Pahar is basically the easternmost part of the Chota Nagpur plateau. Look how flat the land is becoming. From the plains, it looks like a hill, but at the top, it's flat. As we approached the upper dam, slight drizzle had started. Cold winds had started to give us much relief from the heat. The drive through this area was one of the most memorable drives that I've ever had. The entire area was serene and wide. We stopped our car and decided to have a little walk. On one side there was a spacious reservoir, while on the other side beautiful colors of trees. All we wanted to do now was get in between those beautiful trees. So we went forward. And as we were exiting the dam area, the beautiful trees were coming closer. The beauty that we witnessed then on made the entire journey worthwhile. It felt like we were entering on an entirely different realm. I had never imagined that I'd be able to see colors so rustic and vibrant, so close to home. that we always had these marvelous colors in our forests. I really couldn't believe my eyes. Shades of green, brown fallen leaves, thickets of brambles, and a butter-smooth asphalt road passing through the quiet wilderness left me mesmerized. And the stretch of the road just went on like a never-ending story. Never before had I witnessed the colors of sunset getting so beautifully painted in the damp nature. While on a vacation, some people believe that reaching the spots is more important. The spots have all the beauty contained in one particular place. But we believe beauty is scattered all around, only if you are ready to see, only if you care, and you are ready to contribute to keep it that way. Overwhelmed by the beautiful colors, we stopped by for a while to absorb it all in our camera for a while. And then started exploring again. We just couldn't stop admiring the drive. Purulia, being a part of Jungle Mahal, is ideally supposed to have a huge forest cover like this. However, during the last 4 decades, this forest cover has been deteriorating. Deforestation has a massive impact on climate change. No wonder day by day the heat waves are becoming more intense and frequent. We need to speak up together for our forests. Governments need to consider new laws in favor of preventing the destruction of these beautiful trees. Well, thinking deeply about the trees, we realized that the sun was about to completely set now. We decided to check in at a hotel in the Ajodhya hilltop area.
Right now we checked in at this hotel called Akash Hilltop.
And this seems to be a lively place to crash for the night. The next morning, we decided to check out and travel all the way back home. But before we did that, we had plans to visit the Marble Lake on our way. So there we are on our way to Marble Lake. On the way to the lake, there was a row of stalls selling souvenirs. It was interesting to see the usage of dry leaves as a cover from the sun. So this is the Marble Lake. This was formed when these stones were quarried for mining. So this basically is an open pit mine. There was not much to see basically, so we just climbed up and down for a while. no time, we were back to our favorite hobby, driving through this lovely, well-kept jungle road. The hilltop was so beautiful that I felt a bit sad while coming down. But again, returning from a holiday is also necessary so that we can focus on our goals again. Returning home is not the end of a fun journey, but the beginning of planning for a new one.